The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Anna walked through the crystalline doors. A small furry creature perched confidently on her shoulder. Adam watched from the observation deck, his heart pounding. He'd tried to warn her about protocol, about the strict hierarchies that governed interspecies relations. But Anna had simply smiled and scratched behind the cub's ears. The creature was a Krelithy youngling barely 3 months old, with silver-blue fur and eyes that sparkled like distant stars. Its species ruled the entire Andromeda sector, their military might unmatched, their diplomatic corps feared across 1,000 worlds. And here was Anna, a human archaeologist from Earth, treating one of their cubs like a house cat. "This is a disaster," muttered Commander Jikar, the station's Valorian security chief. His 4 arms crossed in a gesture of extreme displeasure. "The Krelithy will see this as an insult. They may declare war." Adam couldn't tear his eyes away. He'd known Anna for 6 months, ever since they'd both been assigned to the archaeological dig on Kepler 442b. She had a way with animals, any animals that defied logic. She'd befriended the venomous rock serpents that had terrorized the dig site, tamed the aggressive sand wolves that prowled the canyons, even convinced a territorial void hawk to share its nest. But this was different. This was politics. The Krelithy delegation rose as one. 7 towering figures, each standing over 8 feet tall, their silver fur marked with the crimson insignia of the Imperial Guard. The lead diplomat, Ambassador Corthan, stepped forward, his eyes fixed on the cub, then on Anna. The entire chamber held its breath. Then something extraordinary happened. Corthan dropped to one knee. The other 6 followed. Across the chamber, delegates from 23 species stood in shocked silence as the most powerful military force in the galaxy performed a gesture of profound respect before a human woman carrying their child, the cub-bearer. Corthan's voice rumbled through the chamber, translated by the neural implants everyone wore. "We have waited 3 generations for this prophecy." Adam's jaw dropped. Prophecy? Anna, to her credit, remained calm. The cub chirped happily and nuzzled her cheek. "Ambassador Corthan," she said softly, "I found little Kira here in the ventilation system." She seemed lost. "Lost, yes," Corthan agreed, his eyes glistening. "But now found. Our ancient texts speak of the cub-bearer one who would come from beyond the known stars, who speaks the language of all living things without words, who would carry our young upon her shoulder as a sign of the great alliance to come." The chamber erupted. Delegates scrambled to their communication devices. Adam watched in amazement as the political landscape shifted before his eyes. The human delegation, previously assigned to a remote corner of the chamber, suddenly found themselves surrounded by envoys requesting meetings. Trade negotiations, defensive pacts. And at the center of it all stood Anna, looking slightly bewildered, but handling it with the same calm she brought to everything. Over the following weeks, Adam witnessed Anna's transformation from archaeologist to unwitting diplomat. She didn't seek the role it found her. The Krelithy cub, Kira, refused to leave her side. Krelathi medical experts examined them both, confirming what their prophecies had predicted: a biological and empathic bond that transcended species. "How did you know?" Adam asked her one evening as they stood on the observation deck, watching ships from 100 worlds dock at the station. Kira dozed peacefully on Anna's shoulder, tiny paws twitching in dreams. "Know what?" Anna replied, her eyes reflecting the starlight. That holding her wouldn't cause an incident, that it would change everything. Anna smiled, reaching up to gently stroke Kira's fur. "I didn't know. I just saw a scared baby who needed help. Isn't that what we're supposed to do?" It was so quintessentially Anna that Adam had to laugh. While politicians and generals calculated power moves and strategic advantages, Anna simply saw a frightened child. And somehow, that simple act of compassion had accomplished what centuries of negotiation had failed to achieve. The Krelethi Empire opened their borders to humanity. Trade routes that had been closed for millennia suddenly became accessible. Scientific exchanges began. Cultural programs launched. And everywhere Anna went, she was treated like royalty, not because she demanded it, but because she'd proven humanity worthy through a single act of kindness. The Council wants to make you Earth's official ambassador to the Krelethi, Adam told her. Pulling up the message on his datapad, Anna's nose wrinkled. I'm an archaeologist, Adam. I dig in dirt and study ancient civilizations. I'm not a politician. You're whatever you need to be, he said quietly. That's what makes you special. Kira chirped, and Anna laughed. Okay, little one. I hear you. Months later, Adam stood in the same observation deck, but everything had changed. The station had become a hub of human Krelethi cooperation. Joint research teams explored the unknown regions. Human children played with Krelethi cubs in specially designed recreational areas. Peace had taken root in ways no one had imagined possible, and it had all started because Anna let a lost cub sit on her shoulder. He found her in the xenobiology lab, surrounded by Krelethi scientists, all of them watching as Kira, now significantly larger, demonstrated her ability to communicate through color changes in her fur. Ambassador, one of the scientists said. Bowing to Anna, she waved the title away with a smile. Just Anna, please. But Adam knew better. She was an ambassador now, whether she accepted the title or not. An ambassador for the simple truth that compassion transcends species, that kindness requires no translation, and that sometimes the most profound diplomatic breakthroughs come not from strategy or negotiation, but from the courage to extend a hand or a shoulder to someone in need. The galaxy had changed because Anna saw a child, not an opportunity. And somehow, that made all the difference.